As martial artists, we all have the same fantasy. It's the die-hard fantasy. It's the hero in the wrong place at the right time fantasy. It's we saved the plane from the hijackers, or we saved the office from the lone crazy gunner, you know, because we're the martial arts heroes. We all have that fantasy. Or we get attacked on the street and we easily defeat our opponent. And we always think that way. The reality is it doesn't always work that way. There's no way around that fact. We're human and everyone can be defeated. And so it's important for us to think a little bit about what it means maybe to lose. Because if you get beat up, if you get mugged and beat up, or you get in a fight and you lose and you get beat up, it's not the end usually. You have to figure out what that means for you. And it's the warrior spirit. The warrior spirit is not just about winning a fight. The warrior spirit is also about how you survive a loss.
My name is Larry Bennett, and I want to convey an event that happened in my life when I was 19 years old. I'm now 66, and it's still very clear in my life. I was severely beaten. I had some injuries that have stayed with me throughout my life.
He told me that as a young man in a rough neighborhood had been training in the local boxing gym and was known to be a tough guy.
And they were treating me like some dumb clodhopper, and I was going to prove, no, that's not how it is. And just an endless series of neighborhood fights, and it was a rough environment.
And he got into words with someone outside of a drive-in restaurant.
The truth of the matter is I got in a fight with one individual who had friends, and I was landing shots on him, and a guy hit me with a sucker punch out of the blue, didn't see it coming, across here, crushed my nose, put it over here, knocked me over the back of a 63 Chevrolet, broke off the car antenna, and another guy picked the antenna up and stabbed me with it in the shoulder. Still got a divot in my shoulder from it. And when I took a couple shots, went back down, and at that point everybody's doing the curly shuffle. And
he got beaten hard. It was an emotionally destructive defeat.
I'll never forget this. When I got home, I got in the house, my mother got up because I was making so much noise getting in the house. And she walked in, turned the light, and looked at me. Never said a word, just started to cry. So, yeah. It's hard to convey that to people. You can hit them, and they can feel, oh, I know how it feels to get hit. But you don't know how it feels to be emotionally crushed like an animal. And that's scary.
But here's the thing about Larry. It wasn't the end of his story. He faced that the way a warrior does, treated it as a life lesson.
If you like who you are now, no matter what you went through to get there, I wouldn't change it, because I'm real good with who I am now. And I'm good with where I'm at with my wife and my kids, and my life is good. And if I had to take that butt kicking to get here, I'll take it. I've got no regrets. So, you know.
There are not many people who can look at such an event and actually say, you know, maybe if I had it all to do over again, I wouldn't really change that. To recognize that that became a part of his journey and a part of his past. And Larry now is he's a 7th degree black belt. He's a colleague of mine and a man I respect greatly. And you know, victory or defeat is not really the issue. The issue is, what does the heart of a warrior look like? And how do we face both our victories and our defeats? I'm Chris Thomas, and these are some reflections from the master class. Thanks for watching. Now go train.